Hello, as priced, the finished trailer, the M747 trailer, and painted it in the NATO camouflage, as I might have mentioned. Really quite easy. Once I got all the bits painted, sprayed them green, NATO green, then assembled it all, then painted the camouflage on the top. I've done some weathering on it. I'm not mad, personally I'm not mad keen on the weathering, but if you do it sparingly, I think it looks quite good. You might be able to see in there where it's fairly obvious, where I've just basically what I'd been doing is mixing some black watercolour with some rust acrylic colours and mix them very thin, and then put them on very carefully around the seams where dirt would accumulate. So what the effect that I'm after really is a truck that's been washed and looked after, but not as though it's been left in a war zone for 3 years and untouched. You might be able to see on the ramps. Oh, that'll go all over the place there. Might be able to see on the ramps there that there's a little bit of muck on those, where it would accumulate, not necessarily all over. That's not the effect I was after. Most of it dead easy, and it's a bit of a shame really that the lights, you can just about see them there. They're painted orange, but they're not glass. The reflectors here aren't glass, and the lights here aren't glass. The same at the back. The only two lights that were perspex were the top red ones there. The indicators underneath, amber, and you may or may not be able to see, there's two red ones on the ramps which are painted, and there's three red ones underneath there that have been painted, but it's not as effective as it would be if there were glass parts, so that's quite disappointing really. The chains to hold the ramps while you're moving, I didn't think that the chain that was supplied with the kit was quite the right scale for this, so I've changed it. I've put a slightly heavier chain on there. I've moved the guides in as far as they will go, so that I can get a vehicle on it, and I'm not going to worry about it. I've glued them on. The front here, the little pickaxe, sorry, why did I say pickaxe? The little sledgehammer there, I painted that up. You might or might not be able to see that, probably can't actually, but it is in there. And I painted that up with a wooden handle, black head, and just stuck it in there. According to the kit, it goes on here, but in real life, I looked at many videos and many pictures of the trailer itself, and there's no sledgehammer there. There's also in the kit, there's nothing to hold it there, so in theory it would be just held by gravity, which is a bit mad really. So I've moved that and made it look as though it's just been flung in at the front, and in the base of the storage chamber there, rolled up a piece of chain and thrown that in. The timber, as I did mention on the last video, these two lengths of timber here, the two timber blocks, were just a plain piece of plastic. I didn't like that at all. So what I've done is I've made them out of timber, a couple of lead straps that make it look as though it would be strapped on nicely, and first I painted it brown to make it look like hardwood, and then a very thin coat of again the black watercolour mixed with brown, which will give it the appearance of an oily piece of timber, which is exactly what it would be in real life. Underneath, it's all gone together really quite well. I showed you the landing gear assembly last time. 3.5 inch kingpin, Susie's transfers go on. There are 3 or 4 different versions of the transfers for it, for different regiments, I'm guessing, from memory. That's about it. It's all done. It's a nice kit, and I really enjoyed building it. It's the truck that goes on it and this trailer to me look more like the vehicles that I used to drive. They're proper trucks, if you like, rather than the modern characterless trucks. The tractor unit is finished. I can't show you the video of them both together here because I haven't got enough room. But that's the tractor unit. Only just fits on the trailer, which is, to have the tractor unit nearly as big as a trailer is quite quite unusual. But there you go. There's a lot on the tractor unit though when you think about it. It's not only got a 500 horsepower Detroit diesel at the front, it's got all the winch gear and hydraulics at the back. So it's quite a piece of kit really. What I'll do is I'll put them both together, and then I'll do what they seem to call a reveal video and post that up next. Any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them below. Questions, comments, anything you like, good or bad. And if you've enjoyed the video or it's been helpful to you, then be very grateful if you would like and subscribe. Thank you very much for your time. Ta-da!